At the 3 or 4.25 mile mark, there's a sign that has a picture of the campgrounds. Okay, we're just getting to Green Lakes. Up over this hill is Green Lakes, the lakes. So we're gonna go straight ahead and find campsites. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the first campground marker. So that means that there's some campsites off to the left. I think there are 2 campgrounds in this direction. This is looking back at the way generally you hike in from the Green Lakes Trailhead. And here's the first campground marker, which is number 5. Kind of a small area, but big enough for a backpacking tent. And then continuing past 5. And this direction's the way you generally hike in from Green Lakes Trailhead. You can see Mount Bachelor in the distance. Oh, here's another marker. Campsite number 4. It's just a decent area for a tent. Nice view. The trail continues here, but I think campsite number 3 is over here. I think I see the marker. It's just this is not the trail. I'm gonna backtrack a bit. Campsite 5 is just ahead here. To get to 3, the trail is not really clear, but the marker is, you can see the marker here. Easiest way is just to cut across here to get to 3. Like I said, this is number 5 and 4 are down this trail. Okay. Wow, that was difficult. Here is campsite number 3. It's hard to find the trail for campsite number 3, but if you look off in the distance, campsites 4 and 5 are just on this hill over here. This way is the entrance. Coming into the Green Lakes area. But decent flat area for a tent. Just next to the Fall Creek down here. Not bad. Okay, I passed the trail, the marker for the trail to 3 and 4. I'm sorry, 4 and 5. You go off to the right, just past the trail marker for 4 and 5. Off to the right, you'll find the day use area. And then if you veer a little further off to the right, there's campgrounds 1 and 2 over. And so here's the day use area. There's a sign that says day use only, no camping. And if you go off to the right more, campgrounds 1 and 2 are located on small hills, and you have to kind of search for the markers. Campsite number 1, it's on a hill. Off to the left is the Middle Green Lake, and behind is the first Green Lake. This is one of the most desirable campgrounds here. Usually taken first, and it's got a nice flat area for a tent. It's Broken Top on the right, and then South Sisters on the left, and just right between. It's kind of central to everything. It's a very nice campground. To get to it, you just come up from the trail from the first Green Lake, and it kind of sits on a hill off to the right. And I think this is campground number 2, but it's occupied, so I'm not going to walk over there. It's on the hill to the left. And then if you look off to the right, campground number 15 and 16 are off in this direction. This is the first Green Lake. So campground 15, 16, the trail around campground 1 and campground 2. You can kind of see a blue tent there. Campsite number 15. Here's the post. It overlooks the first of the 2 Green Lakes. And you kind of can see the bigger Green Lake in the distance. But it's on top of this hill. Nice flat area for a tent. A nice view. So here's a marker indicating there's a campground back here. And if you keep walking past, 15 will be to the right. We're on the Broken Top side of the first Green Lake Trail. I see South Sisters on the other side. So walking up the trail, this is probably 14, but let's see. Yes, campsite number 14. 14's really far back, a lot of privacy here. Nice flat area. This is a pretty nice campsite. Nobody can really see you back here. Okay, we're just getting to Green Lakes. Up over this hill is Green Lakes, the lakes. Off to the right. So if you take the Broken Top Trail, it'll take you up to around the Broken Top, but it also passes campsites 7 through 11, I think. Some of the campsites are closed for restoration, so not all of them are open. And follow the Green Lakes Trail off to the left here. It'll take you around to campsites 15. On the other side of the lake there's 14, and then that's if you're off to the right. If you're off to the left, it will take you around the second Green Lakes, campsites 16, 17, 20, 22, 19, I think, is open. Okay, here's a marker. Broken Top to the left, indicating there's a campground back here. Right behind the trees. And here is campground number 7. Camped here a couple times. This one's pretty good if you have multiple people camping. A couple of flat spots for tents. Nice place for hammocks. This one's a pretty good site. Here's a marker. campground number 8. 8 is not really flat, but it's okay. So we're at the still see Green Lakes, first Green Lake, and South Sisters. Continuing around. I'll put the name of the trail in the description. Okay, coming up on a marker here. It's like a marker for a campground. The number's probably further up here. You have to camp within 15 or 20 feet of the markers. Okay, here we go. Number 9, hidden away in this little area. Oh, very nice. Top of the hill, nice flat area. It's a very nice campground. Very private. Wow, this is pretty nice. Can't see anything, or no one can see you, which is better. Continuing past campground 9. Here's another marker. There's a campground up here. Campground number 10. Flat area for a tent. Kind of out in the open, but not bad. Some very nice views. And close to drinking water, filterable drinking water. I think this is just a sign off the main trail saying there's a campground down this trail. Take a right off the main trail going around Green Lake from the first trail. From the first lake to the second. This is campsite number 16. You have to camp within so many feet of these markers. But 16 is not really flat. Maybe a place here for a tent. Got a nice view hidden away. And then I think the trail behind it here is up to Broken Top. But yeah, 16 is not a good place. Maybe a small tent here. I think you have to camp within 15-20 feet of these post markers. Walking around the second Green Lake, around the Broken Top side. We just passed campsite 16, and I'm looking for other campsites. They're kind of hidden, so you got to watch for the posts, the markers. And walking past the second of the 3 Green Lakes, the biggest. Nice trail along the side. On the Broken Top side, there's South Sisters on the other side. So we're almost to the third Green Lake, and there's a marker here that indicates there's a campground. If you follow this off to the right, it'll take you up to Campground 19. Just ahead is the third Green Lake. So here's campsite number 19. This one's got a nice flat area for a tent. Quite a hike to get out here. Here's the marker. Really flat area up above a hill, on a hill above. You can see the second Green Lake in the distance, and the third Green Lake looking the other direction, barely. So 19's pretty nice, a lot of privacy here. Nice clean water. So this is the, as you're hiking out, this is the close end of the third Green Lake. If you veer off to the right, Campground 20 is there. It's kind of hidden in the trees. If you walk through the trees right here, there's a marker just up the hill that marks the campsite. So right here is the marker. Well, this one's very private. Decently flat area for a small tent. So as you get towards the end of the third Green Lake, look back and there's the second in the distance. You're off to the left. The trail veers off to the right. And if you look slightly to the left, there's kind of a washed out trail that heads up. Campsite 22 is up there. Keep walking up and look to your left. There's a campground marker. You could really easy to miss, so but it's there. Yeah. Campsite 22. Ooh, campsite 22. Really hard to find. But a nice looking campground, flat area for the most part. It's off to the left at the end of the third Green Lake, and you can see the second Green Lake in the distance. You can see Mount Bachelor in the background. South Sister to the right. And you can barely see Broken Top up here to the left. But very difficult to find. You really have to keep your eyes open for the post. If you're walking on the trail, keep looking to the left as you approach the end of the third Green Lake. And the marker is barely visible.